Welcome to Biomutant. Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Commando, Site, Sentinel. Sentinel chosen. Good choice. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already, but for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a...
Allow me to introduce myself.
Can't believe
That thing!
better half. My way is both.
The best end is the one you decide yourself, and it's...
Right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind, a reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. Made it count. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Head on. Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress, rods that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. On a leash. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled. There are few Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to show. Let's try that again. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Made to be broken. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to... He presents himself... There's no... It was after the... Had it not been... Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are here. Sounds like he thinks she... He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them. The potato people, or Nono, are a... The nonos... The small... You'll need to support the... You'll need a net to catch the nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of Ki, the primal energy. You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree. Now that you've seen the nono's connection with the tree from this day on, he'll make nurturing the pensai into a tree of life. One day, he says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking. That's not true. She's the reason there's still... He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now the tree started to die when the end of days began. Records tell of the ruinous devastation the Toxanol. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his Octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of date, the road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end. He wants to. Regardless, you'll meet again one. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the route. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that trick to bring that down. That's heavy metal? All that exercise helps. That's a keeper. Look, a survivor. Glad to see some. He's heard the story. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intention. He can't understand why you'd do such a thing. He won't.
Good work, clever clogs. Let me guide you into the dark.
Seriously?
And you were right.
There's still time to...
They're already...
There's out of date again. He must have missed something. The Jagni tribe. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe Sifus, Jagni especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. He'll be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's a bridge. Just get over it. They've destroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem. Let's see. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. They've already got word of an intruder, so he guesses the Sifu must be very interested in meeting you.
Zata is the moi totloho. Kariesne stace. Paro, ya put
The Jagni tribe.
Zum ilam dat nip.
He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu.
Ite reki.
The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the...
Padafu uflete.
He's referring to your rampage through Bunker 101. It seems you don't mind a bit of blood on your hands. That's
Padafu uflete.
There's something about you.
Paro.
Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original... Your Muma... Jack says fear and hatred is the only path to domination, but you already know that, so embracing that... He expected you'd join them. You understand that the universe runs on the principle that the one who dominates others... The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in there. Their kin must put an end to the war before war puts an end to them. It'll cost bruises and broken bone, but he wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, WUNG-FU and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both share dark thoughts, so they want to wage a war. A war where all that's left behind is casualties. Tells you... Once you've conquered the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu for control of their territory, tribe weapon. Seeing he remembers. Anyway, you'll... Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurled. Breathe deeper. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingle. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and some echoes of a long-lost past like whispers in the wind. He wonders where you've been. Goop says he thinks you should really know how to swim by now. Why not? He says that wasn't too bad, was it? He says, but you need practice. Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something.
Andro?
You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. You should. She'll see you at the village square. She says that's... Here's another familiar face, Little. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He's happy to... You should look for... He wonders what usefulness you found. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. He'd love to teach you to up... You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He appreciates it. He's looking forward to... It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants you to grow. That's all. You've... They look determined. Better what? He asks you to stop right there. He's not. There's no way they'll let... He wants to know who you... She asks if you're hurt. What happened? She says it's the most... It's time. as someone close to heart? He asks if you could help him, too.
Papa Zulu, wag sendonia inan makamala. Zulu.
He's curious to see what you've...
Zulu, Baba.
He's all for...
Khalif of Cairo. Ikaya Mahafka, Tid, Zif.
You should take it with...
Intabadam Wagsuva.
Your Muma says it's about... Your Mumas thanks you've been You should go. Catchy.
Andro?
Your Muma said...
Kanamunta puri kumbala mua.
It's called...
Kanamunta vaseno kasaman varu sana yote.
Rest and you'll... Nothing could stop you. Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe her. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the... Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on.